just getting started. We have a whole night ahead of us, y'all, and I hope you are ready to keep that same energy. Up next, I want to introduce two great people that are doing amazing things for the city of Boston. They're both great thought leaders, amazing people making an impact every single day. One of them is even a doctor now, y'all. And so, please help me in welcoming the president and CEO of Embrace Boston, Imari Paris Jeffries, and the board chair, Tito Jackson.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? The more y'all clap, Tito and I might dance.
DJ? Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2.
We might have to do a little razzle-dazzle up in here. How's everyone doing today? Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth, y'all.
When I say June, you say teenth. June. 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 That's what's up, y'all. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, I want to start off by thanking y'all for being out here tonight and thanking the Embrace Boston team for putting this all together. Can we give it up for the Embrace Boston team?
Yeah.
They've been working long and hard, and I've been admiring from the background, clapping them up. I also want to thank some of the vendors, or all the vendors who are out here today. We have plenty of black and brown vendors throughout the city here sharing the wealth with us, and so we're excited about that. I know it's early, so thank y'all for being out here early to celebrate Juneteenth. This is the pre-party for the Juneteenth weekend, and so I know some of y'all are here to set it off right. But without further ado, because I know you don't want to hear Tito and I and see us dance unless you want to.
Actually, hold on. We actually, I think we could do a little razzle-dazzle on the stage, but make sure you go out and support these black-owned businesses, ladies and gentlemen. It is so important that we use this platform that we have to make sure that we support our own right here in the city of Boston, right? So make sure y'all connect with them. Make sure that you meet somebody that you haven't met. We see a couple of elected officials here. I saw my homegirl, Tanya Anderson. Okay, hold on. There's one more. Okay. In addition, Rusi Lejeune is in the house. Those are both city councilors. And then we're gonna have to do the other thing later because I think the other person she should have some backup.
Yes.
And then also we have our Suffolk County DA, Mr. Hayden. Let's give it up for him. That's what's up. That's what's up.
And I want to shout out my brother Seneca Scott, who's here, probably traveled the farthest to be here from Oakland. Let's give it up for Seneca.
Oaktown. And I used to like Oaktown 357. Andy MC Hammer was my man. Okay. So we are making history this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I think there are more holidays this weekend than we've ever seen, right? Because we have the 50th anniversary of RCC. We have the Embrace Ideas Festival closing and this happening. In addition, we have Roxbury Homecoming and Juneteenth, and we have Father's Day. Let's also give it up for all of the fathers who are here, making it happen, ladies. Y'all can do better. You know y'all only give them socks, so y'all can do better and make some noise for the fathers that are up in here. But next up on stage, PJ, can we get like some cool backup music? 2 seconds, okay. Because we want to give her a little razzle dazzle. One other thing that we need to note and acknowledge is that the Embrace actually supports artists that are from this community. And Amari, can you tell us a little bit about the Artist in Residency program?
Yep, we have one artist in residence who's going to be performing tonight, Real P, DJ Real P in the house.
Real P.
And I thought I saw another one.
Silk R&B party in the house.
I thought I saw Amandi Music somewhere. Where's Amandi?
Okay.
He's somewhere in here.
But can you tell us a little bit about the program and how you proactively thought to make sure that we have folks like these folks in the room?
Well, you know, we had this idea led by Greg Ball, G. Valentino Ball in the front.
Greg Ball in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
And so I think when we
Killer
Boombox, when we thought about the pandemic, we knew that we needed to support black and brown artists. And so there was no better way to support black and brown artists by putting money in their pockets. And so the Artist in Residence program started as a response to ensuring that our artists, our Boston born and bred artists, have the resources they need to stay here. And so that is the beginning of our Artists in Residence program. And so Greg had this brilliant idea to support artists, to provide a platform, to provide cash, resources, visibility when necessary. And so that is it. And so we have some of them here tonight.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, without further ado, we are going to bring on the sister who runs the city. She's a former colleague of mine when I was on the Boston. Okay. What was it? What happened? The keyboard? Oh, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, we did. I was gonna get there. So she's not, okay, ladies and gentlemen, she's not only the mayor, she was playing the keyboard accompaniment at not the classical concert, because she did that whole little classical thing down there at Symphony Hall, but she was playing accompaniment at the gospel concert. Let's give it up for our mayor, Mayor Michelle Wu.
Happy Juneteenth weekend to all, and please just join me in giving a huge round of applause to Amari, Tito, all the staff and board members of the Embrace of King Boston, and making sure that we are a city that is living the ideals of radical love, black love, liberation, leadership, investment, and making sure that everything that we do matches the legacy of those who have come before us, and that we still all have to be bending that arc. There's a lot happening across the city these days. There is a great need for leadership when it comes to being a city for families, for that kind of affordability and homes, and being a welcoming spot for everyone to find themselves. When we step up in Boston, we change the course of history in this country. We see that as we can point to more and more of the stories that have shaped the city and shaped our country, finally getting the attention, recognition, and commemoration that they deserve. And that's why the work of you all here today, of this weekend, and this organization are so important. There's a whole lot more of that work to do, and we can only do it in partnership with our community, following the lead of those who are on the ground every day. So I just want to thank you all. Juneteenth is about the celebration of freedom, but it's also about justice denied, because justice was delayed. More than 2 years in between when that Emancipation Proclamation was signed and the news finally getting to communities, finally resulting in the changes that could begin to be felt in people's lives. And so it's a lesson that I carry on my heart every day. We're going to fight for all the policies and the laws and the regulations and the dollars and all of that. But for it actually to be felt in community can only come from community leading the way. So just want to thank you all for all that you do to help make Boston our beloved community every single day. And we have a lot of work to do, but hope you all have a great weekend, and then we'll pick right back up on Tuesday.
Let's give it up for our mayor, Michelle Wu. And also, while we're on stage, I want to give props to Brother Amari, because he did something this week which was notable. This brother, and I want y'all to give him a huge round of applause for his accomplishment this week. He defended and received his doctoral degree, so the brother is now Dr. Amari Harris Jeffries. And I think the brother spoke at another event and got an honorary degree, so I don't think we're gonna have to call him Doctor. But let's give it up for him one more time. Dr. Amari Harris Jeffries. Also, I want to shout out one of my really, really good friends, and also the person who is responsible for all of us sounding so good, and a black-owned business right here in the city of Boston, New England Audio Rental. I hope I get a discount next time. Val Beats, let's give it up for Val Beats. Sedalia Hyman in the house. And we want to thank you for making us sound good and look good. And I just want to give props to Val, because I did an event recently, and I asked for a stage, and I kind of wanted the little stage that you would use when you were graduating elementary school. He actually talked me into being the best that I can and being on this stage. So let's give it up one more time. Any of your New England audio rental, we want to give you props. And anytime y'all need sound, that's who you need to use, okay?
And so we're going to turn it back over to our hostess.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay, you wanna come up? Okay, you wanna come up and do your thing?
I'm gonna come up and do my thing just a little bit. Tito Jackson, what's up, brother? What's up, man? How you doing? I'm Mari, Mr. Smooth Man himself. How you doing, brother? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all feeling good so far? How y'all doing? Y'all good? I like energy. I gotta get a little bit louder than that. I said, how y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Coming to the stage right now. She has a lot of history, credentials, so I gotta read this one, you know, kind of long, so bear with me for a second. I want y'all to make some noise for Lamichi Frazier. She's a visual artist. Oh, excuse me, you have some sound effects? Okay. Oh, y'all just testing, all right, okay. Lamichi Frazier is a visual activist, public historian, educator, artist, innovator, and a poet. She is the executive director of strategic planning for Spoke Arts and director of education and interpretation for the Museum of African American History. Lamichi is a key part of Embrace Family and have served on the committee and co-chaired the 1965 Freedom Plaza Honoree Selection Committee, correct? That's right. And here, to teach you a little history on Juneteenth, I want y'all to make some love and show some love for Lamichi Frazier.
I just want to say, I'd like each one of you to look at each other right now. Just turn around, look at each other, and recognize that this holiday is ours. All right? Juneteenth, what does it mean to you? Is it a celebration or is it a commemoration? Let's think about that for a minute. And can I have, by your raising your hands, those who are critical thinkers in this group? Let me see. Every hand should be up. Yeah, because when we think of this day, we want to think about the relationships of property and how that ended with General Order number 3. Can I read it? I got permission? All right. It says, the people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and property rights between former masters and slaves. Okay. And the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labor. The freedmen are advised to remain quietly at their present homes and work for wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts and that they will not be supported in idleness either, or here or elsewhere. Now that was the order that was read to the enslaved African people in Galveston, Texas, pregnant at the moment of 1865, June 19th. It was an executive order, but what it says, and I want you to think about that, is that they were to go to their homes. I ask you, what homes? They were to remain quiet. Why couldn't we make some noise? I ask you, if they were to be quiet, then why couldn't they be protected at military posts? So when we think about this day, we want to extend our black joy to the fact that we have intentionally made this day a national holiday. We owe that to ourselves. Beginning with 1638 in Boston's Harbor, we have the first acknowledged documented Africans, and the history proceeds from there. We can talk about many of the events that have happened. as American law decided and deemed me property from 1641 in Massachusetts and the Body of Liberties to 1793, 1850 Fugitive Slave Law, 1850 Dred Scott, 1859 Harper's Ferry, 1861 the Civil War, Emancipation Proclamation 1863, General Order Number 3, 1865, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. These moments of law, as slavery was a law and legal, cancel that thing out. And so, we want to think about that as this day goes forward. Black love and black joy is present because we are minding what we have to do to make this effective, impactful, and impactful in our lives. What I want you to remember is there was a song by Luther Vandross a few minutes ago, played by our illustrious DJ, called Better Love. And so from this day forward, I just want to remind you that when Massachusetts signed this doctrine into law to recognize Juneteenth in 2007, we were under the governance of Duval Patrick, a black governor. And so significant to us is to continue that tradition of electing black officials who represent us and our voice this day forward. So thank you. I want to have for you to acknowledge yourselves and say with me and after me, a better love. A better love. A better love. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give it up for Lamercia Frazier, please.
You go, Lamercia.
Our public historian.
Breaking it down. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to welcome to the stage, as Sister Lamercia just noted, we have elected officials who look like us, who represent us in our community, and we want them to come to the stage. So those folks who are elected officials, come on up. Sister Tanya Anderson, come on up, sis. You're elected. Brother Kevin Hayden, come on up. Sister Rusi Lejeune, come on up. Okay. So let's give it up for the District 7 Boston City Councilor, Sister Tanya. Let's give it up for her.
How y'all doing? Repeat after me. We were never property. Sorry, sis. Repeat after me. We were never property. Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Moderator, the host, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters and friends and our enemies, and everyone who's here. That sound familiar to you? I began by in the name of Allah. They asked me to do a speech today, so I had to do it. I hope you help me out here. I like to say, in the name of Allah, or Jesus, or Buddha, whatever you call them, I'd like to thank everyone here who allowed me to speak today. Today, like any marking of liberation or progress, reminds me of Brother Malcolm. So I wanted to evoke his spirit today, and I hope that you enjoy. Allow me to assist you, brothers and sisters, to what I hope will invoke Brother Malcolm's spirit. It was 1964, and by invitation, Reverend Clegy, Malcolm X gave a speech in Detroit for the Freedom Now Party, laying out his argument for political and economic independence and for the rejection of perpetual servitude at the hands of the political elite. 6 decades later, I ask you, what of consequence has changed? Ladies and gentlemen, 6 years later, we find ourselves at a crossroad. We are at a place and a time that requires action. Words matter. They always do. They are important. It is important to say the right things and to be precise in the selection of these right words. But it is manifestly more important to do the right thing. Our brother Malcolm understood that. That is why, despite the truth of his words, it was the truth of his actions that still today liberated us from the freedom of truth. Don't be afraid of what I have to say to you. Today we enjoy Juneteenth. We're all here today to enjoy, to be an ally in this utopia world. But like Brother Tito Jackson said, support Black and brown businesses, right? How are we, as Black people, holding each other accountable to support Black and brown businesses? So we are emerged in this new era of action. We are arrived in the era of results. So I'm going to speak as loud as possible, and when you see me, you'll see me privately, you'll say, thank you, sister, for saying what you say. Thank you, sister, for doing what you do. But unless I have your support and your power, unless you understand where the purse is and how we're spending the money in the city of Boston, we continue to celebrate and it just becomes tokenism. So yes, this is a celebration. Yes, we're here. But unless we are actually supporting those with action, and we're actually pushing our words, show me the money, that's what we say. So I stand alone and it's a very lonely place. People will laugh at me and that's okay. People will say, oh, she's too radical. And people are not ready to hear the truth. The truth is that Boston, we don't invest in our Black and brown communities enough. The truth is that we invest in affluent white communities. The truth is that even with this last budget, we did not do enough to put money in Black hands. So until you fully hear me, until we don't compromise with debt, because people in Roxbury died 23 years sooner than people in Back Bay. Because we have comorbidities that we learned very clearly during COVID that we were not prepared, that we in Black communities have to fight each other for the crumbs, for small mini grants, for little opportunities. And I'd like to take the time to welcome and embrace Brother Imari, Brother Tito Jackson, people that are doing the work. Reverend Willie Broderick in the crowd, even though, Reverend Willie Broderick. There are women architects, women engineers, women developers, there are contractors that are available. We need to make sure that we hold the city accountable to put those contracts in their hands. Not just the Black Party. Although I'm going to be dancing and enjoying with you, not just the Black Party. Money in Black hands. And you push back and you learn the budget and you understand and you advocate. Don't just take the picture. Don't just look at the optics. Push back and ensure to make sure that our city is backing racial equity, not equity. Repeat after me, racial equity now. I appreciate you. I love you. I didn't finish reading my speech. It didn't invoke Malcolm's spirit because I wanted to be polite. I honestly feel like you guys you would have loved my speech more than Councilor Jens. But you just want to say hi and bye. So I have to be polite and make space. And I appreciate you being here. Enjoy your time. Continue to fight for our community. I look forward to working with you. Thank you. Happy Juneteenth.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's really good to see you all. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day. Thank you to Amari and Tito and everyone in place for this incredible occasion. Thank you also. We should recognize where we are here at RCC. I think Jackie James was here earlier. Thank you to RCC and Jackie James for all the work that you did to make this happen, all the work you do in this community. You know, when we think about Juneteenth, and you've heard that history, 158 years ago, slaves in Galveston, Texas, were finally told that they were set free. That was 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, 6 months after the 13th Amendment. What does that tell us? Give us a little picture. And you know, my dad always told me, and my dad's a preeminent black African-American historian here in Boston, we have to know our history. We have to know where we come from. We have to know the leaders that came before us, because that's how we will know ourselves and who we truly are, but also how we move into the future. What did it tell us? Well, it's not the greatest example of oppression and institutional racism. I don't know what it is, because 2 years later, we have these people that were still enslaved. It also tells us another very important truth, one we need to recognize, one we need to call out, one we need to be not afraid to say. And that is this truth, is that this country that we live in today, the prosperity that we enjoy today, the promise that this country enjoys today around the world was built on the blood, sweat, and tears of black and brown people. It was built on the blood, sweat, and tears of Africans enslaved and brought over here to toil and slave in this country. That's how we got where we are. We must never forget it. We must always recognize it, and we must always call it out. I also want to say why I'm so excited about Juneteenth and being here today, and that is this. I think this is the fourth event that I've been to. There's going to be a lot of other ones this weekend, there'll be Monday as well. Juneteenth here in Boston has not just become one day, one national holiday, one day where everyone takes a day off and goes to the law. It's become a week-long stretch of celebrations for black and brown people, for the contributions that we have made to our American society. So yes, support the black and brown businesses, support these vendors, support each other. Love up on each other now and over these next couple days more than ever before, knowing that our future will be determined by understanding our history and by understanding who we are today. God bless you all. Thank you.
Hi everybody. I am Wu and City Councilors, and I promise I won't talk long because I want to dance and have good DJs here. I'm kind of in the London style, the wobble after this. So, happy Juneteenth, everybody. This is really about a celebration of freedom and of joy. I'm so grateful for the ancestors who fought for this to be true, for us to be able to experience the joy of Juneteenth. We know that freedom is not free. And so, enslaved black folks here in this country who fought long and hard for that freedom, we still continue that work and have passed the baton on to us. And it's for us to know that our freedom is all intertwined. None of us are free until all of us are free. That means both physical freedom, helping to end mass incarceration and the liberation of black folks who are in prison because we have bought into the myth that we are the perpetrators of violence when the worst form of violence was perpetrated against us. So we have to work on the policy level to push back against that with physical freedom, for material freedom, so that all our folks can have good paying jobs, a place to call home, and food to eat. That is a continued work of justice. That is a continued work of freedom, whether you are African American, whether you are white, whether you are Haitian American, as I am, the story of liberation, but through our history, that we come together and realize that we are stronger together, that we are stronger when we are united and helping each other reach freedom. So I just want to say happy Juneteenth, thank you, Dr. Amari Parrish-Jeffries, Dr. Amari Parrish-Jeffries, my colleagues in government, Reverend Roger Camilla, Greg, everybody who's part of the Embrace team, for really rooting us in the struggle and also rooting us in the idea that love will get us to carry us through. That's what the Embrace is about. So I'm happy to be here with my girlfriend, Nunu. Say hi, Nunu. Until freedom. Okay, thank y'all.
Thank you so much, City Councilor. Let's give it up for the pastor of the historic 12th Baptist Church. And there's another doctor. You got Reverend Dr. JB. Okay. Let's give it up for Reverend Dr. William Barner. Really?
Come on, put your hands together.
Really? Okay.
Come on, we can do better than that. Put your hands together today. Come on. Happy Juneteenth. I promise you I'm your last speech, and it's probably tough because you're going to put a Baptist preacher last, but I promise you I'm going to keep it short. We are so excited for Embrace. Come on, put your hands together for Embrace and the Embrace Summit Ideas and the festival. We're thankful for the work of Dr. Mark Parrish Jeffries and his entire team, but most importantly, we're thankful that we can come together as a community, to come together to remember our commitments to one another. And really what Juneteenth can be summed up as in these real simple phrases. Out of hurt, we are people that still hope. Out of pain, we are living, breathing remnants of possibility. And out of despair, we as a people still have a destiny. And that's really what Juneteenth is all about. That what seemingly was there to hold us back has catapulted us to embrace a new future, a new reality, and a better future for our children and our posterity. And so every day we're going to work to make this country a more perfect union. But more importantly, we're going to work to build up our community so that we might live fully, whole, and free. Happy Juneteenth to each and every one of you all. God bless you all.
Shout out to Frank Farrow from the Mayor's Office of Black Male Advancement. I see Sister Brianna over there. I see Brother Will Dickerson, all of those the staff from Black Male Advancement. I do want to just take the time, anybody who works for Embrace or who is volunteering here, I want you to raise your right hand. Okay? I want y'all to take your right hand, keep it in the air. I want y'all to turn it around. And I want y'all to go back and give yourselves a pat on the back for this amazing event that you all have come together to make happen. And we're going to get off the stage, and we're going to let the brothers on the ones and twos. Okay. Actually, we're going to give it back to the professional host as well as hostess. Let's give it up for the ladies.
Leaders, y'all.
Appreciate that, man.